All right, so here she is, Deborah Burke,
Hey, how you doing?
in all her splendor. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, I really like your shoes, by the way.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? The lemons, the lemon zest. You know, so the first question that I always lead off with is, what is your story? You know, what is your background?
Okay, well, I am a hip-hop artist and a screenwriter. I graduated from Stanford with a degree in English, and I've always been very passionate about hip-hop. So my desire is to incorporate hip-hop into like television and film and theater and create a new art form. I just finished filming the pilot to a hip-hop theater television show. So I'm very passionate about hip-hop theater, basically the culmination of hip-hop and dramatic arts together. So yeah.
Okay. How did you get into theater? When did that start?
I feel like I've always been theatrical, to be honest. Like, as a kid, I used to hang up curtains in my parents' living room and, like, make theater shows as a kid and make them buy tickets, quote unquote. So, I mean, you know, I just feel like I've always been theatrical. I've never been, like, formally trained in drama. In college, I wrote, directed, and produced my first hip-hop theatrical play. And it was a full-length story, 3-hour musical, and it was a successful show. So I knew I could do it after that. You know, I've always done hip-hop dance. I used to lead a hip-hop dance team and just always been putting on a lot of shows.
All right, and then how did the love for hip-hop itself come in?
I think I fell in love with hip-hop, and I know I sound like brown sugar
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
no, that's how I ask it.
When did
I
you
ask it that
fall
way.
in love with hip-hop?
Yeah, I ask it like that on purpose.
Probably as a young kid growing up in Orange County, like the only black kid there. I think I fell in love with hip hop when I first heard like Power 106 or 102.3 The Beat. Yeah, 102.3 The Beat. Before that, I was listening to Kiss FM, and that was fine. But I heard 102.3 The Beat, and like Busta Rhymes came up with like, do you really want to party with me? And I was like, what is this? I just was turned on because I could relate to rhythm and beat, and I don't know, it just hit something in me. So I just remember dancing in my living room as a kid, and I think that's when I first started falling in love with hip-hop. I learned I could rap when I was teaching English in South Korea. I know, it's like, wow. I'm so not from Compton right now, but it's like, I was in Korea teaching English to kids. We had to teach them in a creative way, so I chose to teach them through hip-hop. So I made up a hip-hop show, and then I was like, I gotta make up a rap that teaches them English, so I wrote my first hip-hop rap song.
So how long were you in South Korea for?
I was in South Korea for like 4.5 months.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And so is there a hip-hop scene out there? Did you notice something different out there with hip-hop?
I noticed that there is a big appreciation for African-American culture and a big appreciation for hip-hop. I was rapping to people who probably didn't understand what the heck I was saying, but they appreciated it because the culture is just like, everyone loves the culture wherever you go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It rings an authentic bell with a lot of people, and even though they didn't know what I was saying, they could feel the passion behind what I was saying.
So on both sides, let's say on the theatric side and acting side, who are some of your favorite actors, actresses, screenwriters in that field, in that genre, that medium of art? Who are some of your influences, you think?
I would say one of the most powerful actresses, I think, is Angela Bassett. I've always wanted to write something for her. I've wanted to do that since I read her story in Essence magazine, and she was like, where are all the parts for me? And I was just like, man, I need to write something for African American women, to get some depth, some meaty roles. So I think she's incredible. I think Denzel Washington is amazing. When it comes to hip-hop, wow, my favorite hip-hop artist in the world is Lauryn Hill. She inspires me so much. Her album, Miss Education, is one of the albums I actually listened through the whole thing and then read all the lyrics and then memorized them. Most definitely love Mos Def as both a hip-hop artist and an actor. Love Talib Kweli for his commitment to community. I think Jay-Z's an excellent lyricist. I love the innovation of Kanye West.
The project that you're working on now, how did that come about?
Deborah Jane's Hip Hop Theater. It's a television show in which we showcase what's innovative and positive in hip hop. How that came about? God just dropped it into my mind a year ago. I was just like, he just showed it to me, and I saw the billboard in my head. I was living off of Sunset at the time, and I just saw the billboard. I was like, oh yeah, that's what it would look And then I said to God, oh, I get a TV show. That's awesome. And from that time on, I started just writing down all the ideas I had for that television show. Anything that was unique or innovative in hip-hop, I put it down. Like, for instance, whether you're like a pastor who preaches the Word of God using hip-hop, or you're a teacher and you teach like geometry through hip-hop, or you're like an artist coming up with some new fresh style, or a producer with some new sound. I'm all about innovation, so I would just, anything I heard, or community leader, so there's lots of those who use hip-hop to help the youth. Anything I heard, I would put it down. I just wrote it down. July 2009, I was like, we need to film the pilot. So I put an ad out on Craigslist. I got an incredible amount of response back. For the next month and a half, we just put together the show. It was exhausting. Don't get it twisted. Following your dreams is not easy, but it was worth it. I was praying a lot. God blessed it. But we filmed the TV show September 4th. So in a month and a half, we got, like 20 people on the crew and a cast of 10, 15 people. It was a lot of people. And we filmed it at my church, The Rock in Anaheim, and just worked it out. It was an amazing shoot.
That's awesome, man.